Hi folks, hello, welcome back to another video right here on the channel. So, first week of the month means only one thing. You all know what that is? Okay, it's the retro game feature. Okay, so last month we done the Nintendo Entertainment System. This month I'm going to do the Sega Master System. Sega's entry into the 8-bit market and rival to the NES. To be honest, with me, there wasn't an awful lot to choose from these two systems, but I had like happy memories of both. Being me, I had to own them both. There's also a Master System 2 in the studio behind us here. I don't own a NES, unfortunately, even though I do use the classic. But hey, I'm waffling. Let's get on with the Master System top 10. So, in at number 10 is Fantasy Zone. This was a really strange little shooter. It went under the radar with a lot of people, more so myself. There's a real game in here, a real game. You know, it's got all the typical tropes of a shooter with that really off-the-wall kind of trippy, you know, graphics. Just a really good shooter. Solid little game. Give it a go. Number 9, Afterburner. Sega, again, were famous with their 8-bits and the 16-bit machines with their arcade conversions, and Afterburner was one of these. I seen this come out and I really fancied it. It kind of reminded me of like Top Gun, you know, you're the pilot of like a jet fighter and you're just basically flying around, shooting down other planes. It has its moments, it can be a little bit tricky, but a solid arcade conversion nonetheless. In at number 8, Shinobi. What's not to love about Shinobi? The 80s was dominated by ninjas, you know, and I think Sega jumped on board this and made this absolutely solid arcade platformer. It's your typical fare, go from left to right, kick, punch, kill bad guys. Not a lot more to be said. Number 7, R-Type. R-Type is one of my favourite shooters of all time. This game was pretty much converted to every single 8-bit home machine. Solid even today, absolutely fantastic shooter. Tricky in all the right places, hard when it has to be. Go check this one out. Number 6, Wonder Boy. I absolutely love this. Nintendo had Mario and their other big platform games, Mega Man and stuff. And Wonder Boy for me come out of nowhere. I remember seeing it in, I think it was it Mega Power? It was one of the Sega magazines at the time, and it just looked really cute, really sickly in that nice kind of way. Tricky little platformer. Ignore the cute graphics, there really is a game in here. Check this one out. Number 5, Space Harrier. Another one from Sega's arcade catalogue. This is just fantastic. You're like a guy and like a space ranger, I suppose, and like you're just basically flying into the screen and like you're just shooting like all kinds of spaceships and stuff. Gets fast, gets frantic, extremely tricky. Watch out for those obstacles, mainly trees and rocks and stuff like that. If the bullets don't get you, you can guarantee one of the items of scenery will do. Really good game. Number 4, Hang On. I absolutely love this game. Previously, I played Outrun and car games. Races aren't really my forte, to be fair, but Hang On come along and I just loved it. It was a conversion of the arcade machine, which was most famous for being a big motorbike where you'd sit on, you'd be able to like bank left and right to steer and stuff. But as home conversions go, Sega put it out the park with this one. A really good little game. Number 3, as previously mentioned with Hang On, Outrun. I have massive memories of Outrun. I was in Spain, I think I was about 15 years old, must have been about 1985, something like that. And went into this arcade and there was like a sit-down cabinet where you could sit in like a version of a Ferrari. So you jump in, you put your, I think it was pesetas, it wasn't even euros back then, and you'd steer your car left and right. Outrun is just amazing. And to be honest, I was surprised how well it's actually converted from arcade onto the home machine or like the Master System. But yeah, really solid conversion. Just play it. Number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog. Probably a lot of people's number 1. It was most famous obviously for its version on a Mega Drive, its big brother, which was a phenomenal title at the time. But what surprised a lot of people, myself included, is just how well Sega converted this one. I mean, they couldn't really mess it up, to be fair, because it's like their flagship franchise, you know, and like a lot of love would have went in for it. But, you know, it really is a solid little game. It stands alone from its big brother in every single category. If you have a Master System, you've got to check this out. In at number 1, and an undisputed number 1 for me, Alex Kidd in Miracle World. again, another platformer that's just managed by a whisker to edge Sonic the Hedgehog out of the #1 spot. This is just absolutely amazing. Alex is like, he's like a little pixie. And it's like your sort of typical platformer, cute. Graphics are all nicey, and you think, yeah, I'm going to walk through this. You're not going to walk through this. It's a really solid little platform game. It's got all the typical tropes of a platformer. You know, you're jumping around, you're avoiding baddies. It's a really, really good game. And I think at the time as well, it was built in. When I bought my original Master System, I actually went and bought this. I think it was like about 45 quid at the time, you know, when like sort of computer games were like £20 less expensive, you know, but I never ever regretted it. And then I think in later years, I think they actually had it as like a built-in game for the machine, which obviously would have sold thousands, if not maybe a million more just on the back of that. So guys, that's it for another month. I hope you enjoyed my reminiscing over those 10 classic Master System games. A lot of them hold like a lot of memories for me. The Master System really is a cracking little machine. If you get a chance to get one, you know, grab it. There are videos on the channel if you go back, have a look in the catalogue, okay, and check out my Master System review and unboxing video there. All that's left to be said, guys, is if you're new here and you like your retro content, consider hitting that subscribe button, like and share the video. More importantly, leave me a comment below. What's your top 10? Do you agree my #1? Would Sonic have been your #1? Comments below, guys. Master System memories, first game, any games you remember playing. Did you ever buy like a pure stinker? You know, did you buy one that was just absolutely terrible? We've all done it. Just hit me up below, guys, okay? I shall see you next month when we have a look at the Master System's big brother, the Sega Mega Drive.